Hello. Good evening. It's your boy Tosanyo. I'm your Blue Archive Gacha whale, beginner artist, self-proclaimed, and for now, the more chrome up version of myself. Also familiar as from a profile picture and how I established in the beginning. Welcome to my stream. I'm going to chat today, so that's gonna be like a slow approach, a cozy stream. No gaming for now, just me talking, so you can, if you don't have much time or like have some other tasks on hand, you can leave the stream as I BGM, you know, lurk, I don't mind. And yeah. So for this Zatsudan stream, or that's how they call it in Japan, but for us it's like chit-chat, chatting, you know. For this kind of Zatsudan, I want to talk about the past month, which is like January. Maybe it doesn't sound like that like current, since we are like now at February and like it is very close to end with this month before we move on to March. But before the month is going to end, I was like thinking, okay, Tosan, you should use this opportunity to like review on your streams in January, like the very start, before we can like move on with things. And for the very first stream in January, it was like a Blue Archive stream. I did like a total assault, but and this was like the Gregorius raid. It was like a very new red raid, and usually when I have time, I want to like cook my strategies, cook my teams, you know, like experiment and see how this will go. But the first stream was like not centered around myself. It was centered around helping a clubmate. So, what is Blue Archive actually, and what are like those boss raids for people who don't know about that? So Blue Archive is a gacha game, in short. If I go like a little bit longer on how to explain its gameplay and contents, it is a military tactical RPG game. So they are like, and what is like about the gameplay exactly? So you control like in this military tactical RPG game, like 6 students, like 4 strikers, so like 4 that are like operating on field, and 2 operators, like 2 specials. And you have like a team out of 4 members that like fight in front and 2 like who helped in the background. And those 4 strikers can be like in those RPG parties in fantasy games, you know, like 1 tank, there's a healer, there's a mage, there's a sword fighter, you know. And in the backline there might be like, there's like the mastermind, you know, or like those who can like navigate the group to help them get better results. Like in military, for example, communication is like key, you know, so that the soldiers know what's like going on in the field. Since like 4 eyes see like better than 1 singular. And let's say here, I was like on my own very proficient, but you see, it was like around helping a clubmate. They were capable with their teams, also in theory, with their teams and lineups, like with their weapons, their mech students, the builds. It was surely possible, but like in raid battles, you have like certain difficulties. And he was like already max level. This clubmate of mine reached like level 87, had like the right units to do like insane easily. But he struggled. So they reached out for help and I was like there. And I was like thinking, hey, you're like entrusting your account to me, you know? So that I can play it for you and like show you also a video on how to play it. Why don't we make it like that? I stream the run, you know? And maybe if like some people are also struggling on how to clear it, they can like take the stream as inspiration or like some kind of reference to do so. And that was like what I basically did. It was like really spontaneous. There was like no schedule, so it was like another stream and I just started it. They were also like there watching me, but the thing is like, even though they had like the students, the units were like not quite built. The equipment was like, the limit of the equipments were like at T6, and regarding Inori and Nagisa, they were like only at 5 stars UE 30. So your damage was like lacking in a lot of areas. So the students could like survive no problem, but the damage was not enough. What I like found out with playing like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna spend on your account, I'm not gonna break it more. It was like already at a poor state. So I used a borrow where Minori is like at its top state. So like UE 50, T8 gears, and all skill bags of course. The problem was like with the Minori from my clubmate, the gear was low and the UE level was low. Everything was like everything else was like correct, but because of those two factors, it wasn't enough, you know. So I did it with the borrow. I played like 10 minutes and was like able to get a clear. This was like bare mock, you know. And I did it for real in ticket run, and I did not mold, I just like played it normally out, and it was like able to clear it with like 30 seconds left. And yeah, this was basically it. So the whole experimenting, the whole cooking, and I did, and yeah, it has like it was like a pretty smooth stream. It was like pretty much foreseeable. You were like knowing what to expect next. At least that was for my case, my perspective on it. So like not all too big of a deal, but it became like, once I was like finished with the business of helping a clubmate, now I had to do my own stuff. And with that, if I check like my stream history, like my past streams, I did like two streams. I did 2 streams of Gregorius Indoor. I'm gonna pull out the thumbnail of the latest one. I need to make this a little bit smaller. There. So how did that go? I must say, it was not that easy. I had not enough time to like cook, to like aim for like #1 ranking. So I opted like for enough mocks to like get the hang out of Team 1 with like Nagisa, Minori, you know, like the meta team that is like capable of like one punning. And then I had like a backup team with like Yuzu and yeah, that was like basically the thing. And it was like pretty difficult to get like good crits with Minori. So I knew like if you have to hit multiple targets, it can be like really hard to get like one crit on all of them. If it was like only one target and you have like a single hit attack, like single hit EX skill, it's like pretty easy to estimate what you need to mold for. So what you need to do in order to follow your win condition. But here it was like not that easy. So Minori had like a single hit attack. Hit multiple targets with that. Like if you crit on one target, you know for sure, okay, that crit. But if you hit like multiple targets, it can be like really can be like a very blurry view. On how many took like a critical hit. And there are also like sub DPS like Nagisa, who did like 20 hits with her EX skill. So the only thing to like differentiate it was like via checking the HP bar. And most of the times it didn't reach like the right amount. I think like I used the difficult strategy from the Korea pros, which has like a high ceiling. The highest peak you can like reach, but consistency wise, it was not that easy to do. And I did day 5, day 6, and day 7. The thing is like when you watch my YouTube history, you don't see the stream to day 7. I think Pastor-san unlisted it. So the thing was like, I lost one ticket, or like 2, for the Krigau's raid, since I didn't like carefully plan it out with how the raid should be like navigated. This was like the very first red raid, where you hit like multiple targets via multiple like phases. So not like Kai-10, where you have like five enemies in phase 1. So this was like pretty weird. So I had like to adapt, and took me like 2 losses. I ended up losing 3, but at day 6 it went like well. Day 7 it was like horrible. What happened in day 7, the last day of the raid? It has like something to do with my work-life balance. And since I live in Germany and transportation is like okay, but not perfect, there were like some issues. Normally, when you okay, let me like restart again. So there were like some issues with the work life. I arrived pretty late at home, to like start the stream and continue the raid. And I had like less than 2 hours left. I couldn't like play all my free tickets to give it a shot on getting like top 10 something. Why would I try to like get that high? I was like aiming for like a good score. I had still like the competitive drive in me. And at the current state, I had reached rank 42, but I was like still thinking you can get much higher, right? But something went wrong, you know. I arrived time late. Couldn't play anymore. Couldn't reach the high score, and I was like so stressed the whole stream, and couldn't like. There were like a lot of things going on that I had still to process before while like doing the raid, and couldn't like autopilot properly, couldn't like execute things properly. So it was like not that great. I think like past I was like, okay, ditch that stream. I don't want anyone to see my mistakes, and yeah. So why I arrived like late at home was that the traffic had like were like blocked. There was like some strike going on from our farmers and some political stuff. And they were like blocking off the streets for like one whole week at that time, and the buses who were like supposed to transport me from my workplace towards my home, they could like not do their duty. So the next solution was like, okay, let's call a taxi. There are like other people's in the bus station also needs to get home, so we could like split the cost between us. But even then, reaching out to that alternative, even the taxis had like issues to get from my home towards my workplace to pick me and the other people who were waiting like up. So I was like there on the bus station for like 3 hours, and I must like say, if you like hear the story nowadays, it doesn't sound so bad, but it was like still in January, at the very beginning of the year, and during that time it was very cold. We had like minus temperatures, you know, it was like freezing, and you can be okay if you just like take a little walk, you know, with your dog at cold hours, you know, at a cold season, but we were there for 3 hours, you know, and no way to go like inside in where it's like warm, and it was like I knew like I was not dying. I will not die from that, from just being in low temperatures for a few hours, but it still like was I experienced endure, and some people who were like stuck in the bus stop, you know, they had like all kind of emotional processes. Like they get like angry, they like start to curse, some broke down and just started crying, and I couldn't do much, you know. I was like the person who would suggested on like giving like a call, you know, taxi station, and like do the first step, you know. luckily some a taxi arrived and we could get like home, but it took like 3 hours to get from this one spot towards my hometown. If we were like forced to walk, it took like 2 to 3 hours to get back there, but a taxi would have like short the whole trip just like in 10 minutes, you know. So this was like a pretty good outcome. It still sucks, you know, but that was how it is. Also remembered there was like a lot of snow, you know, it was like a chilly season. So I had like to think about the future, but that was like what hold me off on playing the raid of Gregorius Torment, and why I lost 3 tickets. I don't have like this raid in a good memory, but it is what it is, you know. It could have gotten much worse, but on day 7 I only lost like 1 ticket, which is like, I guess, good so far. The whole raid's 3, but at least I like reduced it to 1 loss. I also had like a backup option at here to just clear my phone, you know, just play the raid on your phone, just clear Torment normally, don't mold, but at that time help came, you know, the taxi came, and we could like get home safely. So that was like about it. Life rarely like goes the way you expect it to be. It has like all the turns, all the events, you know. You can't like influence how life will go. Life can be like really cruel, you know. It will decide on its own when to like kick your ass and put all those obstacles in your path, and you can't like just pass by it easily. But it was like a good experience, more or less. The next stream, however, went like a lot better. It was like on a weekend, but anyways, here was like one that is like, instead of like relating to something more competitive, to something more comfy, which is Passepartout the Starving Artist. So for people who are like pretty new to this concept, you know, Passepartout, what is that exactly? It's a game. Passepartout the Starving Artist is a video game you can like purchase in the Steam store. And your controls are like using the mouse, maybe like your keyboard to type in some to type the title of your artwork, or like a graphic tablet. You are, in this case, the green man here, and you are homeless, or at the very least, about to go homeless. You're like really low on cash, and if this like goes on, you will not be able to pay your bills anymore. You will be forced to live on the streets. But you have the ability to draw and sell your artworks to like pay the bills. In this scenario, there was me, who went like broke after all the gacha whaling. And let's say this is like this alternate universe where Sensei actually used the credit card to pay off the debts for Abydos, like the archive reference. And now, with no cash, forced to do something. To like touch grass and actually get your ass up to like earn some money. So I did here some kind of commissioning on stream, like art commission. I know like a lot of people don't really enjoy. There are like some kind of people that don't enjoy like art streams since they take like a long time to show you like some progress. Some art streams last like about 5 hours, 6 hours, and it's just like the process of drawing a cute girl, you know. But part 2, your options are limited and you are like forced to kind of speed draw or like artwork fast, since the in-game time will like progress and builds will like rain, and if like not fast enough you will like go bankrupt more or less, and with that you let the game over. So I was like forced to draw fast, so there was like an artwork every 20 to 30 minutes, which could be like fast, you know. It's like with color as well. And yeah, and I think like this was like a great concept. Also the next approach was here. Okay, I can draw like in this kind of speed, but what else could I do to make the viewers, like you gamers, like stay watching? Since I brought in the lore, the references to the archive, I was like, okay, give me your requests on which archive characters I should draw. What do you want me to draw there on stream? So this was like the kind of approach, and it was really well received. So I did like a lot of different stuff here. Do I have artworks? I have, but let me see how I can show them on stream. I did a X post, I think. Maybe I can use this one as a reference. But I did like a lot of different artworks. I did like I did Nagisa, I did Arona, I did Biyako, I drew the sensei, the Doodle, I drew the sensei from the Problem Solver 68 manga. I drew a lot of requests. I fulfilled like a lot of requests that people wanted like submitted to me. That would be like the better word. No. Doesn't show up, okay. Okay, there it is. So this was like the short summary of the stream. I drew Oji-san, Arona, and this was like the last artwork of the stream, where I drew like Nagisa. The request was like simple, okay, draw Nagisa. And then after that, I submitted the question, okay, you wanted me to draw Nagisa. Should I draw her to the best of my abilities, like pretty normal but good looking, or do you want something funny? The option they choose was the latter, so I cooked something here. Then I drew like something with explosions, you know, in the background, while Nagisa just wants to try sipping her tea. The reference is like from her EX skill. You remember when she uses her EX skill on her animation? He's like just in peace and wants like, it's like drinking her tea. Like tea party, you know? In the background, the mortars are like firing in the distance. Like behind her, like a very good distance. 1, 2, 3, hew. And after that land like, they would land like somewhere and do like 20 hits. I was like thinking, what if that artillery strike will be like behind her while she tries to drink her tea? And this is like what I came up with. I thought this was like pretty funny. And I had a lot of fun here. I discovered that like drawing is like a lot of fun, even though it was like very scuffed more or less, you know, when you are like short on money, you have to pay bills, and yeah, you have to like speed draw, and hopefully some random stranger, some random guy on the streets, you know, who like pass by will be like interested in the artworks, and it worked out. And since it was like a pretty fun stream for me, and like viewers can like benefit from when they see like a cute girl being drawn just via request, you know. I could like pace it out a little bit more, you know. Not like maybe every day, but like every 3 weeks, you know. But that's like about it's like a story for another time. Now the next stream I did was like kyatto and beta. There was like a Crown Assault going on in the Blue Archive game. And I don't really recall, but if I check my past streams, I only streamed on day 5 and did like a mock battle first, before I ran in with my tickets. It has like the subnote of I wanna slack. I approach it with the mindset of a casual instead of being a speedrunner. So I just tried my very best to clear Torment normally, to clear Insane normally for yellow and blue, and just call it a day. The thing with kyatto was that the very first phase is moldy, so you have to like perfectly execute everything in order to save a lot of time. So that your guaranteed win condition is like more graspable. In the end, I did it like in 4 teams. So the very first team was consisting of a new strategy from the career pros. Normally use like Abi or Tsukuyo, you know, and for the tanks. But this strategy use a Marina. It is a risky strat, I would say, since you lose like a good character that can not only tank, but can also like destroy the shields of the kyatto mega bot, or how I called it. But there was like a way to use Marina's EX skill to push the rangers closer, and like away, so that it was like easier to snipe them all together with the AoE skill. Hi, good morning. I'm going to a Chinese restaurant to eat breakfast. Hello, Ohayo-do-san. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your meal in the Chinese restaurant. What I'm currently doing is talking about my past streams I did in January. And currently I'm talking about that stream here next to me, about the Kyatto and Grand Assault beta. What I felt, what my thoughts were on that while I was like playing, and just like reflecting and like reviewing on it. Yeah, I know. When we look like at JP server, it's like easy now in JP, but for EU, we had like still to work in order to like succeed, like carefully, like that we can like succeed easily or like comfortably. I chose like the comfortable route, since with Marina it was like easier to pull the rangers together and hit like more, get like more attack, more damage done. After that it was like the Mitsuki team that did like the most amount of damage, and then two backup teams. So like they break the shields, break the weapons, get them paralyzed, and I remember I got like 4 teams in this raid to clear it, and landed somewhere in rank 19, rank 18 by the end of it. So this was like pretty, this was like a successful one. Yeah. I need to like remind myself that it's okay to speak like slowly. Normally I rush myself, since I'm like thinking. Too much silence is not that good. Regarding too much silence not good, I think I talked a lot during the stream, and the stream was how long? 4 hours? 43 minutes long. A long time. In Torment it is bad that Chiroko only break 10 shields. Yeah. I think like it's kind of a shame with her design. She was like he was like designed to break the shield in Torment, no, the shield in Kyatto with a multi-hit EX skill that costs like 2, right? But in Torment, the requirement from 10 hits increased to like 20, I think, or like 23. And Chiroko with her EX skill alone is not enough. So Bunny Toki, who was like available for gacha, or able to pull, was like a much more appealing option. And she was also red attacker and has like really good attack stats, and it was like a practice of like power creeping. Yeah, here. You have problems with that raid? Chico's not good? I present you Bunny Toki. This is Chiroko, but better. And they do like a really good job. They, the developers, they give you a problem, and then they offer you something they can make it easier. So like pay to win in the end. Of course, there are ways to play it without Buddy Toki. And this was like the approach I had in this raid. I had no Buddy Toki. I had to rely on other characters, like Dere to break the shield. Marina can also be used to break the shield, like a single student to break the shield from Kaiten. The thing is like, why matching the shield? When you play like on Insane, it's like randomized with this pattern. You can just like restart until he does no shield. Your entire run. But for Torment, they removed the RNG. So it was like more consistent, more stable, and less of a pain. So that the whole raid, or the fight is not Mendokusai, you know? Like not a pain. But with that, they increased like the requirements. Okay. We make it easier for you people, but now you have to bring characters that can like break the shield in 20 hits. So that was that. I remember my very first Torment Kaiten was like a little bit difficult. Well, because I had to respect the Marina usage for phase 2. But for this strategy I used her in team 1, the Grand Assault. And afterwards it was like pretty easy. I think it was like thanks to the level increasement from level 85 to 87. And the release of certain bond gears. Also I had like the knowledge from the Total Assault. So this was like pretty smooth. But I think... did I lose one ticket? I think I did lost one. Yeah, just one. If Toki Bunny is 3-star, can't endure slash. Yeah, that's right. You had to like build a strategy around that. But that would not be a speedrun, it would just be like a comfortable run, right? But now that so I would like say, even though I lost something during the Kaiten Grand Assault, I still had like a comfortable stream. I had like fun playing the game I like, and it poses you a challenge with like the new difficulty of Torment. It's insane. Was like pretty So this had like a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. So the next stream I did after that, it was like on the next week, I had like this kind of schedule made of Clock I've Gacha, Karaoke, Part 2 there back in January. It's like reaching the end of January, however, but okay, actually this was like something that passed, huh? But in anyways, I had what was it called? A hand cam stream in the beginning of it. Mystic Kaiten is interesting and Crown Total Assault. Yeah. It was. You had like a one-punch strategy with maid Arisu. And then buffing her with Ako, Imari, and Nia Kayoko. And there was like the possibility of missing the attack or like just not critting it was like trying to hit like 4 crits, I think. Do I recall what those teams looked like? We could like open the stream and check what it was. Yeah, I actually did not do the blue raid, just like the red raid. Okay, that is interesting to know. So to Blue Archive, I also did like something Blue Archive related in the handcam stream. So normally you see like the thumbnails, like the smaller version of me in a cardboard box. The idea was to do a unboxing stream where like open the merch and show it like on stream, but those were already open since I was kind of scared that they will like smell bad if I leave them too long in there. So it was like this approach that I put like one by one the merchandise, the Blue Archive goods, from the safe zone, and showed like on stream, like to the camera. Good present stream? Yes, that's like what I currently talk about now. So like the Blue Archive goods, or how we call it in English, Blue Archive merchandise, so Blue Archive merch. So what I showed like a merch there was mainly the Blue Archive 2nd anniversary merchandise with its theme of like the game development department. So I showed like there are gaming beds drawn by, illustrated by Naoki Saito, which showed like Arise, Yuzu, Momoi, Midori, you know. And it was like a artist that was like known in the West. It was like in Japan. They had like a YouTube channel that's like pretty good with a lot of guides, and it's like subtitled so that people all over the world can understand. I don't buy goods cause I can't make room cleaning or make my room dirty. Yeah, that is understandable. For my case, buying goods is for the most case a waste of space. And a lot of, I say that like it's bad, but a lot of merchandise, a lot of Blue Archive of goods in general, they don't have a function, you know. You can't, they're like a chair, you know, like a wardrobe, like some backpack kind of thing, or if it's like just some fashion, it's like not that very useful. Like goods in general, like merch is like not useful. It just like wastes like space, and you kind of need to like walk around it, you know. It's just like there for decoration, more or less. But there was like something interesting about the 2nd anniversary merch, you know, that I wanted to like buy it. And it included, when I like checked the description of it, like uses free pass. When you like remember or her bond story, like reading her Momo talk and reaching like the final episode of it with like her live 2D, memorial lobby, and she has like an envelope, like some kind of letter, and that has like the user free pass in it. The user free pass? What is that? It's like a little bit of a spoiler, I would like say, but Yuzu, she had like some problems on her own, and Sensei helped her overcome those. So if I like summarize it without addressing the problems of hers. And she was like very thankful, so she wanted to give Sensei a gift and thought like a long time about it. And this was like the user free pass. The user free pass is like basically a ticket pass you can redeem to her, and she will do like anything you like wish. So this kind of thing. Just ask me anything and I will do it for you. Which is like a little bit sus, but it ended on a good note. So Sensei was like at the end, okay, actually, let's not spoil it, just like see it for yourself. And since I really liked the concept of it, you know, I want to see how does the free pass actually look like in the game, you know. It was like never stated, never showed, but you have like this kind of lore with Yuzu continued in like a merch thingy. So it's just a pay to win in the end. And I obtained it, I shot it on stream, and it was like a pretty cute thing. And I think I will like keep it somewhere safe. So it's like in the end still a waste of space, but it's like something I appreciate still. And whenever my grandchild, you know, will dig up the merch, you know, and be like, Oji-san, what is that? And I can be like, ho ho, sit down, young child, I have a wonderful story to tell you. So the sentiment of like buying merchandise is like not only obtaining stuff you want, it's like also good and holding a memento on things you really enjoyed and like. And the thing is like with Blue Archive, it's like a mobile gacha game, right? It will like not last forever and will end at some point. Sure, there's like a saying that the game is going to last for 10 years or 15 years, but at some point it will end, and after that it's just like a memory. But if you have like some kind of mementos in physical form, then you can hold on to them and have like a physical memory. And whenever someone, like for example your grandchild, will pick up on it and ask you about it, you can talk about the thing you really like, you know? It's like this kind of thing. So this was like a pretty nice stream. I felt like I talked like a lot there. It was like a 1 hour stream, basically just showing my Blue Archive merch and just being happy about those. So yeah. But talking about Blue Archive, the next stream was a gacha stream. So there was like Eshioko coming in the EU server, global server for Blue Archive, and Do I remember what happened there? I do actually not, if I'm being honest. But the stream was very short. It was 27 minutes. I guess yeah, this was like the very first gacha stream I did. And I didn't pace it well. I think like when I reviewed it, you know, I was just like, hey, hello, I'm doing gacha. And then I just started and pulled. And how many pulls did I do? It's 200 pulls, okay. I aim for 200 pulls. One time during the stream, there was like some kind of bug. I had to like close and reload everything. There was like a small obstacle and that delayed the whole gacha stream for like 2 minutes. But still, it could like continue easily. And yeah. I wonder, it was like I think one of my unluckiest pulls. No, actually it was like fortunate. Unlucky in the sense that I did like 100 pulls. I got only one 1-star, one 3-star actually, like a dupe. But Shioko came home within 100 pulls. And that's about it. I think like my goal was in the stream that I pull for Shioko and then bail out once I get her. I wouldn't go for the spark since I was like low on Pyrox seeds on that day. It was like 42 Pyrox seeds I had. And I lost like 10.8k in that stream. So it's like not a big loss, but the very first gacha stream was like our experience, I would like say. Like not the best one, but something I learned a lot from for the next gacha streams. Similar to the next stream, which was like a monthly karaoke, like a singing stream. This was like the very first karaoke stream in this year, and something more official. The last time I sang before that monthly karaoke series was on a birthday stream. So this was like under December. It was like a mix of like a chatting stream or talking about things on my mind that I've like wrote down before and singing in between. So that any lurker can use this as a BGM and just listen to it, you know? You don't need to actively look onto the screen and yeah, chat. There's like also a different way to like enjoy content on long form. But the stream here was also like really simple, but at the same time it like pressured past me. It was like a 1 hour to 70-minute stream, and it was basically me singing JP songs. And the thing was like, I wanted to practice new songs and sing like new songs. Since repeating the same set list over and over again will become boring, or like become like very one-dimensional. Then the question will come up, hey Tosan, when do you sing new songs? Can you sing this song for me? It becomes so boring. So I was like preparing in advance, but it made me so nervous the whole stream that I messed up a lot of songs. I didn't like sing them correctly, and I was all very nervous. I wasn't like that in the birthday stream where I like sang and talked, you know, very at ease, but here I was like nervous. And when I look back at it, I was like, who's that? Who's that? Still, I enjoyed the singing that came out of it. Like the last three, like at the 40-minute mark I think, like the last 3 songs, those were like pretty good. Like Tabin, Aono Sumika, and There Is a Reason. There was like also a part where I spoke a little bit of Japanese. And there was like a Kaigai Nikki or like a JP Pro, and yeah. So my Nihongo was not Josu in that kind of sense, but it was like that experience. I think like I need to like push my Japanese learning. It's a little bit on a hiatus since I'm also having a lot of stuff to do and driving license for example, but it's getting there. That's about it with the January and the review. I guess this was all I did here for this month of January. There was like a second Passepartout. Actually no, there are like 3 more streams before that. Sumimasen. It was like the year in review here too, but also the Passepartout, the second Passepartout stream I did. And let's say that one was also fun, but there were like less amount of requests there or there. So I had like mostly cook on my own and draw for myself. This was like a 2-hour stream I think, and I drew like for 30 minutes one character. So like each amount of like half an hour I could like create one painting. So I drew like Simpson Ui, Simpson Hinata, Simpson Kuharu, and Hanako. It was like the kind of theme of the event story of Trinity Summer, more or less. And there was like also like with that a gacha stream, and that stream went like a lot better regarding the pacing and like going through it. Compared to the Eshiroko banner, where like did gacha on, this lasted not like 30 minutes, this lasted like 45 minutes. And basically what I did differently here was like not going immediately to the gacha pulling. I started off like creating, and then explained what was going through my mind, what was like my reasoning on pulling SE, SUI and SE Nata. And it was like a stream where I did 120 pulls. Yes. The approach was like, okay, this is SUI, you have like 103 pulls. And I'm like currently on a day where I can afford to throw in like 100 pulls on my own, 20 of the 20 pulls from the free pulls that have like accumulated. And Ui and Hinata were like there limited, But initially I wanted to get a copy of Ui in her swimsuit. The thing is like between those two, Ui is meta and more used when Hinata. She is like a buffer, you know, increase like yellow attack. And it's like basically like a yellow Kyoko, yellow Uji, and like really useful for Torment or like 1 point Insanes for like Bina. And I think this stream went really well in terms of like sacking. I obtained 6 free stars and those 130 pulls. So like for every 20 temple, every second temple, I obtained 1 free star. And it was not something I expected. Normally when I do gacha streams I have like really low expectations, but that one went pretty well. And since the pacing was like pretty good, this was like well received. I'm kind of surprised that there weren't more dislikes, you know, but that there weren't any dislikes at all. Normally when you're a content creator, you should like get some, but I guess it was like not the time yet. There are like some other streams I could like talk about, like if we include February, but when we look back at the time, like checking the schedule here from the past, the gacha stream was like the only stream until then, and for February it's like the read along stream for the event story for Trinity Summer 2. There was also like the year in review, and let me talk about the year in review first before I move on to the ending. The year in review was like a little bit inspired from Battle's review streams of like past streams, and let's say that I wanted to talk about the past 2023 streams and like more. Usually I always wanted to try those Zatsudan kind of streams out, you know, where to just talk with people. You just talk, you know? And have like those kind of talking topics. Let's stop there for a moment, but I think like I messed something up. But let's ignore those and move on. It was like inspired by Battle's year in review, week in review, month in reviews, but I think like I need to like change it up a little bit so that doesn't like seem like copyright strike. But I think like it's okay. The thing is like a lot of creators, they see like idea and then they make it their own as well. Like Ludwig for example. And the one person I talked about, from where his ideas come from, is Gavis Battle from Holostars English, with the gen of, it's like second gen I would like say, it's like Holo Tempest, Vanguard, that's like what they were called, from the Expedition Xenokuni. And I would like say that this kind of Zatsudan thing was like pretty enjoyable. It was like pretty nice. I could like finally talk about things that were like my mind back then, and overall I had like a fun time doing the year review. If I'm looking back on the time, it was like a pretty long stream as well. 2 hours actually. Talking for 2 hours. And it was like also not only talking about the past, but also the present and like outlook on the future. What could be like changed. Since from the past streams a lot of experience were like collected for current Tosan that I could like use in the future. But even though when I say that and I'm like surely able to mention some examples, it has been some time since then and I can't remember everything what I talked about. The brain is like that you only remember the most crucial parts and a lot of unnecessary parts. Unless like something is like shown to me, like in a clip, I can be like, oh yeah, I guess I could have talked about that. But you don't remember everything, right? I mean, do you remember how many breads you've eaten in your life? You've eaten in your life? Putting like the Dio. But yeah, that was about it with the January streams. It was like, yeah, the mix of... It was mainly Blue Archive, and I also tried like some different things out with like Zatsudan, like kind of streams, karaoke, Passepartout. It was like a pretty small step, but something that would like lead to more, that's for sure. And before we wrap that up, before I wrap that up with the whole stream, let's get over to the stream schedule of this week. I prepared here something. Actually, this was not the right size. Let's do it like that, and here it is. That is the stream schedule for this week, February 26th up to March the 3rd. If you look here at the very top, it's like a Zatsudan. That's like currently the stream I hold. But the day after, that's like in about 9 hours, there's a gacha stream. So I can't like say much about the time I'm gonna stream that gacha, since I haven't seen any update notices from the X account from Blue Archive, nor from its Discord. Like that there's like no maintenance. Normally when new banners and events drop, there should be a maintenance, right? Where you get like some Apollo gems. But since there was like none, the temporary gacha schedule, gacha stream, will be like in about 9 hours. So if it goes like how I think it like goes, we will have a gacha stream in no time. The day after, there will be no stream, because this will be like a setup to practice for the next monthly karaoke for like the February, the 28th of February. It's like the last day in February, the last day in the month, or it goes like over to March. And for Friday and Saturday, there will be no stream as well. I make sure that I take like at least 3 days of a break in a week. I was just a little boy, you know. But I'm like looking very forward to like the Blue Archive related streams, for like this week, since Meru and Momiji are like pretty new characters and I haven't like checked their bond stories yet. Also, they both seem like really promising in the future for usage in Total Souls and like a lot of other PvE contents like JFT for example. And I overall can sympathize with them since I'm like a bookworm. Both of them are like from a knowledge liberation front, so like they are like located in a library, and it's like basically like archiver and an artist. So I'm looking forward to the gacha and also to like the story of that event, where we'll do like a read-along / reaction. And I really do enjoy reading the Blue Archive story and voicing it as well. Normally I enjoy it on my own, you know? That's like why there are like not a lot of Blue Archive reaction contents, you know? But I think like it's a really nice thing as well to like share it to the world, which is like why I do a stream now. If I do it like a video, it's a little bit scripted as well, and my reactions are like not to an audience but just for myself, you know, when I like repeat for myself, be like, oh, yeah. But normally I would just read in silence, but that's like how it goes. So can expect something regarding gacha that I can't predict what will happen in a gacha, you know. It's like always RNG with how things will go. I might get like really lucky there, or it will like really bad. I keep my expectations low anyway before we go there. And for the monthly karaoke, there were like some requests on like songs in the previous karaoke stream that I should like sing Playing Bang Bang Born and Biri Biri. I'm not really sure if it's like Biri Biri from YOASOBI, but let's take a shot, you know. You miss every shot you don't take, and let's see how this goes. That was like the stream of January in a few, and what's coming up for this kind of week. It was your boy Tosanyu. I'm here, who like kept you entertained, hopefully in this amount of time of 1 hour 20 minutes. And I wish you gamers a nice rest of the day, evening, a good night, whatever time that you are. And with that, I say bye bye.